All I know is sex. Talk your girl about some neck. I'll talk your ass about a check. Big boy finesse. All I know is run it up. Make sure my words in pocket stuff. I'm smoking OG diamond stuff. Big boy finesse. I'm about to show you what it's all about. Stay in your lane, stay on my route. Cause we stacking money in helicopter. It's at the sheet till so south. You looking mad, sit there and pout. Finna hit the bank and cash out. Been trapping hard since a Cub Scout. Do you even know what I'm talking about? Do you even know what y'all rapping about? Or just talking about what you seen at your fucking homie house? Ha! Stop frontin'. Please stop frontin' for the public. Talking big shit ain't on nothing. Say to protect, but we know that's us. Don't say you a shooter but never get to bustin'. Not put the track, so why you always running? Say you got drugs, but you ain't even running. Ain't but the money, no time for discussion. Woo. I ain't trying to talk. There's money you made, so I'm out here hustling. By the way, there's money to be made, so I'm out here hustling. Can you heard me? There's money to be made. Give a fuck about you, I just wanna get paid. Me and the crew, yeah, we all self-made. Always underestimated, never underpaid. Boys with one boys, but can't be swayed. Don't play no games, bitch, I ain't arcade. These rappers are not what they portray. Boy, I can tell you all some lengths. See right through them lies you tell. Lie to the judge where it used to be found. Even in school, them drugs I was selling. Thank God I didn't end up in prison. Cause if I sing on lick, you know I was hitting it. Please stop next time you think I ain't with it. Always down for the fam, but you
We live. All right. What's up, Turtle Riders? Let me just switch up the microphone here. Get this party started. And good. How does that sound? Nice and crisp. All right. So, welcome aboard, Turtle Riders, to the live show. How are we streaming in here? Let's see. How's the crowd looking? Okay, we're picking up here. All right. I am attempting to share this stream as soon as I can on the Philip V. Prentice Facebook page and the Turtle Boy Sports Forever Facebook page. When I do that, if you guys could share it as well, it would be graciously appreciated. A lot of people still don't know where to find us for some reason. We're trying to get our subs up to 10,000, and that's not like the ghetto subs as in Suboxone either. That's actual subscribers, for those of you who are familiar with internet lingo. So we would appreciate if you guys could go ahead and try to help us get up to 10,000 Turtle Riders by sharing this. Let me go ahead and... Oi. They're making me watch a commercial. We don't really get paid much for that either, I'll tell you that much. All right, copy that. And this is our last night, by the way, with Philip V. Prentice. Tomorrow morning, when we wake up, Clarence Woods Emerson will be back. I anticipate him lasting, a couple hours before he goes back in the hole. No doubt about it. So make sure you're following all our pages. There we go. I just shared it on the Philip page. Now I'm going to go and share it on the Turtle Boy Sports Forever page. Even though it probably won't last forever. I'm going to give it a couple more weeks before that one gets taken down too. But whatever. We'll just keep rebuilding. No biggie. All right, so welcome aboard, folks. Just a reminder to not forget who makes this show possible, and those would be our advertisers. Let's start with our good friends over at Andrew Porter Contracting. You can find them in Charlton. They'll pretty much go anywhere in the greater Worcester County area. They will expand outside of the borders depending on the town, and they do quality work, folks. Let me tell you, they got a 5-star rating on Google. On Angie's List, they're an Owens Corning preferred vendor. They do fabulous jobs with roofs. You can find them on Facebook, right? Go to their Facebook page, give them a like. You can see some of the work they do on there with not only roofing, but other contracting needs that they offer. They do fantastic work. Go on there, give them a like. By doing so, you're automatically entered to win. They do a freaking giveaway every month. It's phenomenal. You're automatically entered to win. Or if they announced, it's the February 1st. I don't know if they've announced the new winner yet. But they do a free giveaway every month. Last month, there was a snowblower. This January, it was a, what was it? Oh, it was a home security system. It was awesome. So you can catch a ratchet if they try to steal something off your porch. They also, I believe this month, they're giving away free Bruins tickets, too. I mean, you can't beat that, folks. All you got to go there, all you got to do is go there and like their Facebook page. Show them some love. Turtle Boy sent you, and you're going to see they do great work. I would not let a crappy business advertise on our blog. So go over there, check them out, and make sure you tell them that Turtle Boy sent you. All right, so crowd's still looking small, weak, but whatever. Let's get this party started, shall we? How we like to start off every episode of the live show is with a little something called Roll Call. Where you repping? Let us know in the comments right now. Where are you watching the Turtle Boy live show from tonight? Go. Worcester's in the house. Connecticut, West Springfield, Woonsocket, Tucson, Pittsburgh, Plainville, Alpine, Texas, Edinburgh, Scotland, Norton, Conway, New Hampshire, Virginia, Taunton, another Taunton, Methuen, West Roxbury, Worcester, West Bridgewater, Paxton, Connecticut. How come people in Connecticut don't say like what state they never say what town they're in. They're always like Connecticut. Like that's like one place. Newport, Rhode Island, Walpole, Clinton is in the house. Andover, Kansas. See, even all the way in Kansas they say where they're from. Mom's house, excellent. Quincy, Avon, I don't know, excellent. Whitehorse Beach, Manamit, Wareham, Wakefield, on a JetBlue flight, ducking ratchet punches, excellent. Florida, Orange County, New York. I didn't know there was an Orange County, New York. Southbridge, Manchester, Vegas, same shit. Coleraine, baby. Stoneham's in the house. Walmart, Vania, Kansas. Another Kansas. How many Kansas Turtle Raiders do we have? Connecticut, CT. Okay, excellent. Medford, Nashua, New Hampshire. All right. So let's get this party started, shall we, folks? What I want to start talking about tonight, our first topic of discussion, rather, is this whole fiasco that's going on in Worcester. Have you guys been following this? I blogged about it last night, but it's really like picked up in the last 24 hours. And I got a lot of opinions on it. I was pretty nice to these people in my original assessment of it because I'm not going to lie, a couple Turtle Riders were like, I know the owner, she's a good lady. The people I trust, whose opinions I value, they contacted me and they vouched for the woman. But I'm beginning to have doubts about these people. They seem rather ratchet. So this Miss Worcester Diner, Worcester's known for its like diners. I don't know why this is a thing, but we have a lot of diners here. Tons of them. And one of the diners is called the Miss Worcester Diner, and it's on Southbridge Street. It's literally jam-packed between two strip clubs, right? So prime real estate. One of this called Hurricane Betty's, also known as Sweaty Betty's. The other one is, I forget, is it the, they're always changing the name of the other one. It's a shitty strip club. It's sitting right there. And 2 or 3 years ago, somebody painted on top of the diner the motor Harley Davidson logo, essentially, with the fire and everything on there. It's extremely prominent when you drive by there. Impossible to miss it. And it's not like just small. Like it takes up the whole freaking business. You know what I mean? Like if you were to drive by this, it's perfectly reasonable for anybody to see that and assume that at the very least that Harley Davidson is an advertiser that chooses to advertise on this business. But perhaps even more than that, you might assume that Harley Davidson owns this business. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. I've never seen that before, a business that just doesn't have their own sign at the top of the business. They have a completely unrelated thing like a motorcycle. Now, they argue that is there because these people like riding Harleys. The owner, this woman Kim Nishkern, and a lot of her clientele, they're Harley people, which is fine. That's a lot of our people a lot of Turtle Riders are Harley people too. America, love it. And she's made the news because she got a cease and desist, which we're going to look at in a moment, from Harley Davidson. And she's like causing a big scene over it, right? Like it's like the Harley Davidson's asking her to take it down because it's pretty simple here, right? This is a legal liability for them. They're not worried so much about like this random Worcester Diner using their logo to bring in customers. That's not what they're accusing them of doing here. I mean, Harley Davidson could probably give a shit less about that. What they're worried about is that this might appear to people to be a business relationship or even an ownership thing, and that could drag them down. Allow me to explain. So we have advertisers. We had a lot of advertisers on the blog back in the day. Then there was this all these people started boycotting and harassing our advertisers. And a lot of them were just like, I just wanted to be seen. I didn't want to be harassed. And these people are really bothering me, and it's just not worth it anymore. I mean, it's a little cowardly if you ask me and gutless for them to do that, but it is what it is. Pussies need to stay in business too. Not a big deal. And a lot of them, they didn't want anything to do with it anymore because having an ad on Turtle Boy associated them with the things that I was saying, fair or not. And so if you're Harley Davidson, they've invested millions of dollars into their trademark. And the most important thing you can do with a trademark is protect it. It can't be diluted. Every time somebody who's not affiliated with you shares it, it dilutes your trademark, and so it's essentially worthless over time. It also sets them up for a lot of legal issues, right? Like suppose a customer goes in there and a waitress is rude to her, or a waitress says something racist, or who knows what happens. Something bad happens to a customer. They have a horrible experience there. The first thing they're going to do is they're going to go up to Harley Davidson because they see freaking Harley Davidson right outside. Right, it's like prominent right there. And Harley Davidson can't say they didn't know about it because it's pretty, it's right there. They're not hiding it. So obviously this is a concern. They write one of the nicest worded cease and desist letters I've ever seen. I've gotten a shit ton of cease and desist letters before, guys. They're usually not very nice. They're usually like, we're going to give you a week, motherfucker, and then we're going to sue your ass to take this down. Right? I've used images that apparently belong to other people in the past that I was unaware of. I've gotten them off Facebook. Sometimes people use Facebook pictures, and those Facebook pictures belong to someone else. But I got it off of Facebook, so I assumed it didn't. And I've learned along the way you can't do that anymore. You got to be very careful with images. But I get a cease and desist. I don't question it. I just take it down. Whatever. It's not worth the fight. These people apparently think otherwise, even though they claim to be Harley people. They are refusing to take it down. And they summoned Turtle Boy for it. Let's go, Turtle Boy, get on it. Now, I don't know if this woman assumed that I would have her back immediately because Turtle Boy stands up for the little guy. I don't know what they were hoping to happen here, but it obviously didn't turn out the way they wished, because I completely disagree with what they're doing here. They're 100% in the wrong. And they have no idea that they're in the wrong. They really think that they've done, nothing nefarious here whatsoever. It's all in the good. Let's get on it, Turtle Boy. Yeah, okay, let's get on it. And what struck to me was this whole Fox News at 12:30 at the diner today. Here we go, more publicity. We've already won, regardless of the outcome. Somebody created a change.org petition, and they've got 3,000 signatures on it to take I don't even know what they're trying to do. Tell Harley Davidson, think how fucking stupid that is. You should be absolutely fucking embarrassed if you've ever started a change.org petition and it's anything but just a novelty, right? If you actually think a change.org petition fucking matters, you are a moron. You shouldn't be allowed to drive. You shouldn't be allowed to vote. You shouldn't be allowed to do any adult things. You're a freaking child. Change.org petition. So they started change.org petition to tell this multi-billion-dollar company that they should make an exception and allow this business in Worcester to have a freaking Harley Davidson, use their logo essentially. And their argument is, well, you're getting free advertising about it. Oh, shut the fuck up. Free advertising? Harley Davidson is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Do you think they need your freaking advertising between two Worcester strip clubs on Southbridge Street? You fucking simple-minded idiot. What the hell is wrong with you? Free advertising. Yeah, Harley Davidson needs Miss Worcester Diner to share their freaking things, to sell freaking motorcycles. Give me a break. Give me a break. The mere fact that they were getting this quote-unquote free advertising the whole time, and the second they found out about it, they immediately want to end. Tells you what a liability this is, right? I mean, this is costing them nothing, this alleged free advertising. Oi. So, more publicity, blah, blah, blah. And, they all write about it. And, it really comes down to the fact that this is trademarked. You cannot do that when something is trademarked. This belongs to them. They control the ability of where they want their logo displayed, right? They allocate millions of dollars a year for advertising, and they have entire departments in charge of this stuff. These people just circumvented all of that. And they're like, why? And what's the reasoning? My feelings. Ultimately, that's what I can do. My feelings. But I like Harleys. Nobody gives a shit what you like. What you like doesn't matter. How you feel doesn't matter. They seem to think this matters. Like, these sentimental motherfuckers don't understand that the feelings inside of you mean absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. Like, literally nothing. Oi. So, there's it's right there, the logo. They got this whole thing. And this was the trashy comment I didn't like. This is the one that really, turned me off. So it says, the owner says, if they make me take it down, something even more sick is going to be up there. I'm going to look even more insane, and they're going to be sorry they made me get rid of it. Okay, well, fuck you then, bitch. That's what I think of you at this point. It's like, so if you don't get your way, if you're not allowed to continue to flagrantly violate copyright law because you're too fucking stupid and simple-minded to understand how this shit works, right? You're going to throw a goddamn hissy fit, and you're going to throw something sick up there. Like, what are you going to throw that's sick up there? You're in between two strip clubs. What else? What else could possibly be more offensive than that? What are you going to throw some kiddie porn up there? I'm going to throw some sick up there? It's not. It's going to look even more insane. Well, that's fucking awesome. You're just like, well, we're just going to look fucking insane. That's my business plan. Oh, yeah. Sure, this will destroy property value and hurt businesses around me, but fuck it. I'm trying to throw a tantrum here, and I don't want to take this fucking sign down. They're going to be sorry they made me get rid of it. Oh, sounds like you really have a lot of loyalty. These people claim they have all this loyalty to Harley Davidson. If you have loyalty to them, you do what they ask. They're asking you to take it down. Period. End of story. End of story. So, here's they put the whole letter here, and I don't know if this is supposed to make people mad or something, make people sympathetic towards them, but it's completely, respectful, right? He goes on to say, these registrations provide Harley Davidson with the exclusive right to use marks on motorcycles, clothing, and many other related goods. As a result of our substantial use of this perceived as a substantial use of the marks over the past 100 years, the marks have become synonymous with Harley Davidson and are perceived as a clear badge of origin. For the avoidance of doubt, here's the marks. Right? They show him a picture of the whole thing. While Harley Davidson truly appreciates your enthusiasm for the brand, I hope you can understand that we will be diligent in protecting our trademark rights, including the policing of unauthorized use. So there you go. They're being all polite about it. Given the popularity and strength of the Harley Davidson brand, we can run into enthusiasts, such as yourself, who utilize our marks in the commercial endeavors. However, by using our trademark on the exterior public properties of your business, you have created the impression that there is an affiliation or other relationship with Harley Davidson when no such relationship exists. While I do not believe that any wrongdoing was purposeful, if we were to allow this type to continue, we would risk losing the value of the trademarks, and we would want the Harley Davidson brand to remain strong for years to come. It doesn't get any more respectful than that, people, but apparently they want to throw a hissy fit. The static. Hold on. Is it still static? I just unplugged it and plugged it back in. Is it still static? All good now. Okay. All right. So I really didn't even go in hard on this family. I'm going to be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I've heard nothing but horrible things about the Niskerns, the Niskern clan. People call them gypsies. People call them shady. If you look up their court records, you've never seen so many court records before. The lawsuits, the criminal offenses, this family, I mean, of all the people that want to put themselves in the spotlight, they don't have good Google, the Niskerns. They don't have good Google. And they're putting themselves out there like this, and they look fucking ridiculous. But here's the thing. Worcester is filled with so many stupid people that they're literally like preaching to a crowd, right? Like there's so many idiots out there who are like, oh, yeah, that's not right. Oh, you guys love Harley Davidson, though. You guys love it. That ain't right. Nope. That ain't right. Nope. I don't like that. No. I mean, that's how these. I mean, I've lived in Worcester my whole life, right? Worcester is filled with fucking idiots like that who think like that. Oh, what's Harley Davidson's problem? I'm not going there anymore. I'm going to buy my motorcycle from a competitor now. They don't appreciate their supporters. Oh, shut the fuck up. Oh, God, these children. Well, anyway, a couple new developments in this today, starting with Mayor Moron, Joe Petty. I mean, let me just give you guys a background into Mayor Moron if you're not familiar with this guy. So we know, we've outlined many idiot mayors on Turtle Boy before, right? Some of these mayors have been like, you know, like Joe Curtatone in Somerville, like Mr. Woke Idiot. Then you have, pandering Marty Walsh in Boston. You have down in Fall River, it's just complete corruption, obviously, with Juicy Jaisel. Well, and then you have the Salem mayor, the vapid SJW, who tried to get attention off of Trump. All these idiots. Well, out here in Worcester, it's not as liberal as Somerville and Cambridge and Boston, right? Like, we're probably like 65% Democrat out here, you know, and it's more of a blue-collar, working-class Democrat. And so in order to get elected mayor in this city, you don't have to be a Curtatone. You don't have to be this like ridiculous caricature of woke liberalism. You just have to be like a Joe Biden. Like, that's the kind of Democrat that appeals out here. Like, oh, his guy's name is fucking Joe. Just be named Joe. His name is Joe Petty. You hear him talk? He's one of the most simple. He just carries himself like a buffoon. He looks like an oaf. But people like Joe. Oh, nice guy. Oh, Joe Petty? Oh, yeah, nice guy from the neighborhood. Oh, yeah. I grew up with his father. Oh, yeah. I went to his kids went to school with my kids. Oh, I like Joe. Good guy. I mean, that's basically how Worcester politics works. He's a fucking moron, like a complete ignoramus, and he showed that believe it or not, it was 3 years ago today, folks. 3 years ago today, that one of the most infamous moments in politics occurred in Worcester. Let me set the stage for you. There was a idiot Michael Gaffney back when we were buddies, who has since sued me, and I buried him in the Turtle Boy graveyard. He proposed something after Trump got elected that would say that Worcester is not a sanctuary city, right? That we're going to enforce the law here, etc. So he wants to put it to a vote and force these idiots to vote yes for a sanctuary city. He knows that Petty does not want Worcester to become a sanctuary city because Petty is not like Curtatone. He's not like a radical leftist. Petty is a working class, blue collar slob, like one of those morons. And so what does Petty do? Petty organizes like a mob of Clark students and buses people in from all over the state to come down and protest the Worcester City Council to demand that Worcester become a sanctuary city, even though he doesn't want it to be. And he hates these people deep down inside. Because at the end of the day, Joe Petty is just a blue-collar Worcester moron. That's all he is. And here he is. You got to watch this. The crowd he brings down there to protest is so loud. It's like it takes up the entire city hall. And they can't get the meeting started because they won't shut the fuck up and listen to what we caught him saying. Actually, let me get the audio. Let me get the audio here.
Officer Rodriguez maybe can get them to... Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're going to take a break. We're going to they can sit down for 1 moment.
This is what democracy looks like.
You got people.
Listen to this.
Freaking
Freaking moron. Again. Freaking morons. Freaking morons.
Freaking morons.
Freaking morons.
Morons, morons. Listen.
Morons, morons.
That's the mayor of Worcester.
It never gets old. It never gets old, guys. I mean, it's just, it's the funniest fucking video I've ever heard in my life. I don't give a shit. I think that is fucking awesome. It's like one of the only times I ever liked him, right? He called, like, yes, they are morons. These are your morons. Like, you literally organized a mob to come down here to protest Gaffney. And then you couldn't get the meeting started because you brought a bunch of fucking morons and they won't shut the fuck up. And you're just trying to get the meeting started and they won't shut the fuck up because they're morons. And you call them morons several times and you're a moron yourself. So you don't realize the microphone is on. You don't realize the goddamn microphone is on. Oh, it's beautiful. It's freaking beautiful. The next day, so I put this out there because I caught it. I immediately put it out there. And it catches the media's attention. He goes and gives an official apology, right? He says, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for disrespecting them. I was just frustrated, whatever, right? And then all was forgiven. All the morons were like, okay, because you're right on immigration. So whatever, we support you. Well, the next day, then February 2nd comes around. And there's this guy, he died a couple years ago, named Rich O'Coin. And Rich O'Coin was kind of a crazy person. Like he would, do we have pictures of Rich O'Coin here? There he is. Rich O'Coin used to stand around Worcester in like the middle of busy intersections with like weird signs that says like, say it ain't so, Tony Economo, and he'd gag himself. And Mo Bergman, obey your oath. I mean, the guy's a little bit out there. R.I.P. Well, he decides to come forward, and he tells Worcester Magazine, oh, I was the one that called them morons. And they caught me on the microphone instead. Even though it's very clear that Petty is the one that called them morons. And so Petty has already apologized for it, taken ownership of it. And so what do? They decide to run with this. And this is the most, I'm telling you, if you guys haven't watched this friggin' 17-minute press conference, this video never gets old to me. I'm just going to review it real quick. All right, this is him. This is Dan Rascott. Dan Rascott is the mayor's coffee boy, basically. Now, I know Dan. We go way back. And I can tell you right now, Dan doesn't know a goddamn thing about politics. About 10 years ago, Dan asked me, like, I'm trying to get a job in politics. What side do I want to be on, Republican or Democrat? I'm like, in this state, you probably want to be Democrat. Oh, okay. And then he just kisses ass and he gets jobs, and now he's the mayor's bitch boy, basically. He holds this press conference that's like insane. Insane. And there's the putty standing there.
Those were his words, and he would like to clarify the facts for the record.
Oh, God.
Mr. O'Coin will speak.
So then the crazy dude's going to get up here.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right with
and
you.
he shows himself. He's like, oh, there's me saying it. See? Case closed. And then here's Putty.
There's a section previous to that, and someone said stupid.
I said stupid.
We can hear stupid.
I didn't hear stupid.
I'm the one who said the word stupid. I'm the one who said the word uneducated. I'm the one who said friggin' morons.
No, you're not.
Because I knew it was going to be a late night. I had to park in the garage. It was closes at 11. Couldn't park on the street because of the parking ban. I get up early in the morning. I was very angry that these people were even bussed in. I thought it was inappropriate for them to be there during a very, very
sound from 360 degrees.
And they keep playing the tape, and it's like, dude, you obviously said it. Now you got to hear this guy talk. This is our mayor. This is mayor of the second largest city in New England, mind you. This is the best we have to offer. All right, here we go.
All right, fantastic. So the mayor's going to speak, then we'll open up to questions, all right? Okay. So Tuesday night, when I first learned about this Tuesday morning, the special reporter of the story calls me, and early in the morning and says, Joe, did you listen to the video? or you were on tape, saying moron and stupid. And
Yeah.
I said, Nick, I would never ever say that.
I would never ever.
Come out of my mouth.
Nah.
And he was saying, I said, Joe, he said, you said it. It's right on the video.
You said it, Joe.
He was like a couple different videos.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I'll get back to him. Well,
I'll get back to you.
So I had it was a chaotic night that night.
Okay.
I spoke to a lot of people that day, though, after I talked to Nick.
Yeah.
And I had people listen.
Yeah.
And they said, pretty much everyone said, I said it.
You said it, okay.
I sort of listened. I didn't want to listen to myself too much, but I listened.
Yeah.
And quickly, one of the doctored videos.
Doctored?
Sounded like I said it.
So he called my video of the city council meeting doctored. Okay, so he goes on.
And I said to people, I didn't say that.
So just to review, he talks with his people about it, and they all tell him, Joe, you said it. You said it. And he's like, I don't remember saying that, but I guess I said it.
I would never say that. But I was going through it, and I was thinking, we had 1,000 people there.
Yeah.
I was worried at that time.
Okay.
I was worried that someone might get hurt. And they were in the city hall. There was probably, I don't know how many, I would say at least 300 or 400 in the city hall. People were chanting.
Okay.
The police were moving.
Yeah.
And so I started looking at things. And during the chanting, that's when Monsignor Sullivan's going to come up. We're going to do the prayer. We're going to do the national anthem.
Yeah.
And all I could thought
Balls.
that all the hard work would keep going.
Yeah.
Something would use that as the story more.
Somebody might use that story, yeah. That's what I did.
People were chanting during the national anthem.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Try to discredit everything we did.
Yeah.
That was actually going through my mind.
Yeah, okay.
So then
Look at your notes. Yeah, look at your notes.
I was frustrated.
What's my line? What's my line here?
And my frustration was, I was thinking to myself that after all these accusations were coming, that all the people we had this for, I hurt them all.
I hurt them all.
You know?
What?
I had to get something out quickly. That, not for my own sake, just for an apology to the people who I could tell were hurt.
What?
We just had a big rally for all these people, the vulnerable people who listened. And they listened to me.
None of those people are
Now I
funny.
just told them something that discredited them.
What?
So, and that's the reason, basically,
What's my line?
that,
I mean, unbelievable. This guy is the mayor of fucking Worcester. At least Joe Carnatoni can fucking talk, right? At least Dan Rivera can talk, and Marty Walsh can talk in public, right? Say what you want about Jason Correa. He can fucking talk. Like, what the fuck is this? This is so embarrassing. There is no better representation for the city of Worcester than this guy. Most of you who are from Worcester have probably never heard of Petty. You've probably heard of the other mayors because he's that forgettable. He's that like, oh yeah, what's my line? He's up there. I mean, this never gets old. Just to review, his excuse for this whole thing was, they're like, if you didn't say morons, then why did you apologize for saying morons? His reasoning was, well, I thought I said morons because people told me I said morons, and then I thought maybe I did, and then I realized I might have hurt these people's feelings, so I just wanted to get an apology out of the way. So that's why I said it, but I didn't actually say it. What the fuck? Oh my God. And then later on, they bust out this cunt, Joyce McNichols. Oh, she's the worst. She's been one of my enemies since day one. Like, she lives in Sutton. She works for the YWCA. She was involved in the Mosaic Cultural Complex back when we were busting those frauds up back in 2015 and 2016. Well, she chimes in here. She's all upset about the fact that Turtle Boy's involved in this. Check out what she says.
For us to have our life work hijacked like this. And it's an insult to the immigrants and refugees in our community who count on us to be there for them.
Yeah.
And I have to also
Here we go.
say that I'm not an elected official, so I can just call stuff right out.
Okay.
And if people want to dance,
Yeah.
do a little dance,
Yeah.
around the issue. The issue is that we've got a Turtle Boy blogger who's holding the city hostage.
Oh,
and those of you who have power, you need to have some guts, and you need to stand up, and you need to challenge it. And those of you in the media, you don't need to be going back and looking at that blog as a source for your information.
She actually gets on there. First of all, why the fuck are you talking? You live in Sutton. Nobody wants to fucking hear from you. Right? You're married to a geriatric fucking guy who's lost his mind, Carlo Baldino. He's insane too. She gets up there and she actually says that, Turtle Boy is a terrorist, raining hell on the city with his stupid facts and exposing people like me. And God damn it, we had a good thing going there. And then Turtle Boy came along and he fucked it all up. And she actually admonishes the journalists at this press conference and saying, how dare you guys use Turtle Boy as a source? AKA back when the Mosaic stuff was going on, we were exposing them. She was upset about that because we were the source. I mean, there's nothing these people, this is the perfect video to show why the world needs Turtle Boy. There's nothing they want more than to continue to get away with their crimes, with their corruption, with their bullshit, and not get called out on it. That's the worst thing they fucking fear, is getting called out on their fucking bullshit. Well, I'm fucking still here, Joyce. It's been 3 fucking years since this video coming down. You still have your racket going with the YWCA. The real question is, why is the mayor of Worcester humoring this? Watch this.
It was such a pop. I don't know who was out there that night.
That's a great point.
It was a cross-section of Worcester.
Cross-section of Worcester.
Cross-section.
Oh, yeah.
From rich to poor, immigrant, non-immigrant.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
All out there. Refugees, not refugees.
Refugees, shut the fuck up, dude. So he's a freaking moron. Well, we got more coming on this, right? So, I have Mayor Moron. The reason I bring this up is he went and posted this today. This is what he posted today about this Harley Davidson thing. He says, "Dear Jesse Johnson," the Harley Davidson, whatever, trademark guy. "As mayor of the city of Worcester, I regularly eat at the Miss Worcester Diner. It is just as an American icon as Harley Davidson." Are you fucking kidding me, people? Time out. I mean, let me just put the settings on right here. The mic. Yeah, okay. So, think about that. Miss Worcester Diner is just as much of an American icon as Harley Davidson. That's how fucking stupid he is. He honestly believes that Harley Davidson and his one diner in Worcester are somehow on the same level. Can't make that up. He goes on to say, "What is more American than a meal at a diner? Oh, I don't know. Serving your country in the war, maybe, or eating at a diner. One of those two. Same shit. What is more emblematic of America's love of the open road than riding a Harley? Nothing. And that's why they're not equal. Well, I know that brand protection is important. I do not believe that there is any confusion in this case." Well, there you have it, folks. The guy with a high school diploma has decided, right, that he is smarter than a multi-billion-dollar corporation's trademark department. He's decided. I understand brand is important, but I don't think there's any confusion here. Actually, there is, or they wouldn't be doing it, you fucking idiot. I'm inviting you to join me for breakfast at Miss Worcester Diner. Yeah, that's what they're going to do, Joe, because you're that fucking important. You're the mayor of friggin' Worcester. And this international company is going to come to Worcester to meet with you over a fucking sign, right? Quite frankly, I hope Harley Davidson sues the fuck out of them at this point. Fuck them. Because they're keeping this going. He went down there today. He actually went down there today. And he wrote, let me go to her page real quick. Kim Kaniskern, there she is. So she there's her and Mayor Moron at the Harley sign. I mean, they're being defiant. They're being like, "I'm not taking it down." Good. I hope they sue the fuck out of you. I'm rooting for Harley Davidson at this point. I just want stupid people to know. And just to show you how stupid these people are, one of the guy who drew the thing 2 years ago, he's been tagged in a bunch of this stuff too. His name is Tony Friedis. He's the one that drew this. And so I go on his Facebook page, right? And he's like, he's on air and here he is selling he's like an artist that draws like all this stuff. He's got a little screen printing business. Yankees logo, Patriots 6 times champion logo, more Patriots logos. All right. He's all mad. This is what he writes. Isn't it funny, ironic even, how Indian Motorcycles actually asked Kim's permission to use Miss Worcester Diner in an image on their T-shirts? I repeat, he thinks this somehow proves his point. Indian Motorcycle has Miss Worcester Diner on their T-shirts, and they asked permission to do it. Do you see the fucking difference, moron? Do you not see the difference? There's asked permission. This is one of the great cell phones of all time. They asked permission to do it. She did not ask Harley Davidson for permission. That is the difference. The fact that this needs to be explained to you is sad, quite frankly. Very sad. And here he is, drawing the sign there in 2013. There he is. They filmed the whole thing. And he's also selling, he goes, I skipped the club Christmas party because I'm buried. Still going boards and digouts and artwork up the wazoo. Getting your orders done. So he's got all these orders for Patriot stuff. Do you think he has a license from the Patriots to sell stuff with their logo on it? Do you think he does? You tell me. You tell me. He's got these other brands here. What is this? Viper. What else does he have here? Look at all these gifts. Plenty of time. Patriots, TB12, another brand. Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins, all trademarked. None of them belong to him. Selling them $165 for this thing. He's selling them for. Here he is selling. He made Harley Davidson beanbag things, cornhole games, selling those. Right? On the 4th of July, why make them when they're made in China? Why buy boards that are made in China when you can buy them here? You should be ashamed of yourselves if you don't buy from an American. There he is selling Fireball whiskey. Shit. Do you think he has a patent on that? He's selling these for $245. Fireball cornhole sets. Right? He's got this alleged first digouts design I ever did. He quit a full-time boiler room sales job that was draining the life out of me to make and sell these little stupid fucking Patriot signs. That's what my ex used to call them. She's smart. Hence the word X. The leap of faith paid off big time. I created a brand called Digouts, and it went worldwide. I never looked back, and you know the rest. So he's making all this money. I quit my friggin' job to make the shit. Yankee stuff right there. All this shit. Look at it all. Breast cancer awareness stuff. Is he giving money to the breast cancer? I don't know. Bruins shirts around the Stanley Cup time. Right? It's just unbelievable. Look at these shirts he's wearing. Check out these Bruins bling. $20. So I message him. And this is a conversation I had with Tony today. I said, quick question. Do you have a licensing agreement with Harley, Fireball, the Patriots, Bruins, Red Sox, or anyone else whose logo you're using? He says no. And being an artist and creating work with my hands, one at a time, individually, and selling the goods privately, I'm in the clear. I've been down this road 1,000,000 times. Now, I'm not an attorney, folks. However, if you are an attorney and you're listening to this, I'd like to know if this is true on his part. He's claiming that he is allowed to use the Patriots and Fireball and Harley Davidson logo and sell products that he profits off of. Does he even have a business? I don't know if he's got a registered business. But he says he's in the clear because he makes them one at a time. So because they're not mass produced, he's in the clear. Is that true? Is that true? Can anybody just use the Turtle Boy? Can anybody just make? Because Dr. Sarah says he's right. And what does privately mean? How is this private? He's selling them openly on Facebook, right? And yeah, this does have Niskern written all over it. This is some gypsy-esque behavior, folks. It's legal, people are saying. Oh, it's not legal. Dr. Sarah says he's right. I'd like to hear more about that. I don't know if she's a supporter of his or whatever. But I'm genuinely curious. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know this. But it seems As if you haven't. Because I learned this the hard way. Last year, after the Super Bowl, we started selling some T-shirts, right? Some God Loves Us More T-shirts. And we had the Patriots logo on there. I'm like, they're not going to fucking know. They're not, what do they care if I sell fucking 10 T-shirts with this on there? I got a letter from Bob Kraft's office within 3 days telling me to cease and desist immediately. I wasn't fucking around. I immediately stopped selling them, right? Like, so what he's saying is that, like, yeah, private equals, like Jeff says, equals not telling the major brands. I mean, that's what it seems to be, right? And then he goes on and says, he tells me, do your research. I love when they say that. I'm like, do you have a registered business? He goes, there is a loophole with artwork and handmade goods. I'm not mass producing anything with a machine or a printing press and selling them as if they were licensed product. It's called the one and done clause. Everything is made by hand, one at a time, and sold privately. What does that even mean, sold privately? You're selling them on your Facebook page, dude. Oi. Yeah, like at least, I mean, are there any lawyers in the comments right now? I mean, everybody's saying he's wrong, but none of us are lawyers either. It just seems like it is, you know? All right, so that's that. We're going to see what's happening. I invited both Kim and Tony on the show tonight. They're both busy, but they said they might join Tuesday. I don't know if they're going to listen now after this because they know the questioning will be tough. But we'll see. We'll see. People are saying he's wrong. People are saying they've searched for it, etc. Well, while people are researching that, let me just remind you about our other advertiser, right? Because when companies actually pay you to appear in your blog, right, you should promote them, right? Don't do it when they don't. That'll be our good friends over at Garage Doors Plus in Quincy. You can find them online at gdplus.com. Our good friend Chris Riggs runs a fantastic company over there. Basically, they take your old rickety garage and they transform it into a technological masterpiece. They come in there, they give you a quote that is so fair, it's going to blow your doors off, no pun intended. You're going to hire them on the spot, and they are going to take down your crappy door, put in a new door, and all this electrical stuff up top. And at the end of the day, you're going to get a nice little clicker. You're going to press that button, and the garage door is going to go up. You're going to park the car in the garage. You're going to get out, press it again, boom, garage door goes down. Garage Doors Plus in Quincy. Find them online at gdplus.com, and make sure you tell them that Turtle Boy sent you. All right? So they do great work. All right, so anybody else say anything over here? Adding anything? Yeah, like pretty sure that's illegal. If not, what's the point of registering a trademark if anyone could just take it? I mean, well, because it's one by one. It's the one by one clause, he says. The one by one freaking clause. Anyway, let's go on to the next topic, shall we? What do we want to talk about next on the agenda here? Let's do some fun ones here. Well, first let's talk about Jizz McMahon. Oh, God. You guys see this guy? Let's go to Jizz McMahon. I mean, we've covered some stalkers on Turtle Boy before. We all know that. We've Matthew Brown, Travis Palermo. There's no shortage of dudes who just like to sexually harass strangers on Facebook, right? But I've never seen anything quite like this guy, Jizz McMahon. And we found out about this guy because he was he was harassing a woman who posted about it like they always do. They make the post and then all the other women come forward. And this guy first of all, is he a midget? Like, look how short he is. How do you get to be, that's ridiculous. What the hell is that? Oi. So anyway, this gentleman, Jizz McMahon, is well known in wrestling circles. I guess he's notorious for just stalking wrestlers, getting up in their personal space, getting pictures with all of them. And he looks like every wrestling fan ever. No offense to anybody out there, Turtle Riders, who are like into wrestling, but kind of you should take offense because I'm embarrassed for you a little bit. I mean, it's fucking wrestling. You're a grown adult, and you're watching a choreographed children's show involving a bunch of, juiced up morons in Speedos go through some motions and throw each other around, and it's already predetermined who's going to win, and then everybody gets excited about it. I mean, it's a little embarrassing. I mean, if you don't grow out of wrestling, I don't care if I lose followers out of this. There's something wrong with you, right? It's not normal to be a grown-ass man and be that into it. Okay, we got static fucking again. Let me just switch this up. I hit this fucking mic thing. Audio, built-in mic. Okay, unplug, put it back in. Let me try it now. So somebody said in the comments, will you apologize to Josh Abrams? For what? Yeah, Josh Abrams is out of jail, folks, apparently, because, shocking, spoiler alert, hot tow truck girl would not testify. I know, we're all very shocked by that. I mean, let's be honest. Hot tow truck girl, that's not the last time she's going to get the shit kicked out of her by a boyfriend. Like, let's be honest. That's why part of me doesn't feel that much sympathy towards some of these women like her, because they don't. Nobody deserves to be raped like Josh tried to do to her, right? But you date people like this and Billy Bags, and you're a fucking crack whore yourself, right? And then you don't testify when somebody tries to rape you. Yeah, don't be surprised when it fucking happens again, because it will happen again. She'll move on to the next scumbag. Thank you, Meredith. She'll move on to the next scumbag, and it'll happen. And anybody who's standing up for Josh, like J Knight 13 probably is Josh, right? Just understand that you're standing up for a rapist, right? You are pro-rape. You're probably a rapist yourself. You've probably raped at least five women and 2 children, I would estimate, on average. You are a filthy, disgusting human being. The idea of consent to you is a completely foreign concept. And nobody likes you. That's what it comes down to. So that's you. So anyway, Josh is going to sue me. Bring it on, Josh. I'd love it if you sued me. You fucking worthless piece of shit. He's not going to do shit. And he's out of jail. And so apparently, I'm sure Bristol's going to be talking about this tomorrow. I love Bristol and all, and she might be listening. I told her, I'm like, she's having the fucking live show during the Super Bowl tomorrow. I don't think people who aren't into sport ball understand how the Super Bowl works. It's like nobody does anything. It's like the most watched program in the world. And I was really looking forward to the Josh one, and I'm going to fucking miss it now because the Super Bowl. I'm like, do it like 3. It'd be a great pregame show, but it is what it is. They're going to do it during the Super Bowl. If you guys watch it, go for it. I mean, if you're not into sport ball, go ahead, watch it. I unfortunately will not be there with you. Anyway, yeah, it's 115 million viewers. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the production crew is going to be there. Eddie Ellington and Turtle Driver, I don't know what they're doing, but anyway, it's going to be too loud for me to watch it. And by the way, go Niners, right? We're all rooting for the Niners tomorrow. We don't want Kansas City. We don't want Pat Mahomes' stupid girlfriend to win, do we? Fuck her. Anyway, let's talk about this douchebag. Jizz McMahon. There he is with all the wrestlers. He is known for stalking them, as we said, and these are some messages we got. That creep David Streichars has been stalking my wife for years, sending nudes of other women, pretending to be other women. We finally got a Granby police officer to call him and make him stop. It worked to an extent. He still creates new names and takes screenshots of all my wife's Snapchats. And here's some messages he sent. Hey, hope you're doing well. How come you're too good to give a reply back nowadays? She's like, because you're creepy. I thought you were a genuinely good-hearted woman. Blah, blah, blah. How's your day? Just read some of these. How about this comment? I'm just going to text you since I hate using my other Snap, and you won't unblock me on my main one. How's your night, though? The next day. Hey, how's your day? I'm sorry. If you get blocked by a woman on Snapchat, here's just a wild idea I'm throwing out there. It might be because she doesn't want to talk to you. It might be. Just a thought. I don't think communicating on another platform is somehow going to make her want to talk to you. All right. So it goes on to say, what'd she say? I mean, it just keeps going. Your snaps, our story is such a tease. I want you so bad, girl. Wish you would talk to me. Hey, girl, how are you? Look at the time periods. January, February, March. I miss you, girl. Would you ever reply back to me, girl? Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. Another guy writes, I just wanted to add to the story about harassing the Chickabee creep. After blocking him on Facebook, he messages me on Instagram, and this is the conversation. He messages this one woman, thanks for being a bitch and blocking me on Facebook for no reason. I hope you fail at life and your kids end up miserable, you dumb cunt. Enjoy your welfare and government assistance. So in case there was any doubt that the guy's is more than just a creeper, he's an actual degenerate piece of shit who, like, when he doesn't get pussy, he thinks that, like, I can just call you a welfare rat and a miserable cunt, and I want your kids to die. Right? My question for Turtle Riders, and I'll never understand this, right, is what are these guys thinking? What are they thinking? On what planet am I living where this is a winning recipe for poontang pie? You guys tell me that. How has this ever, I understand, you know, I had a buddy, we used to go out and he would hit on like every fucking girl and he would get rejected by plenty. But his philosophy was like, well, 1 in 10 is still 1, you know, which is true. As long as you can stomach all that rejection. This guy, he never gets it. There's no way any chick has ever been like, oh yeah, definitely come over. Ride me, you know? People are saying mentally unstable. I don't think he is mentally unstable. I think that's just a thing that we use whenever somebody does something that we don't understand. But he's saying belongs in a cell. Imagine what would ever fuck that exactly, you know? Never. I mean, what's wrong with jerking off? Whatever happened to good old masturbation, folks? Good Lord. Or just, I mean, you could pay for it, right? There's probably phone numbers. If you want to just have some chick, you know, tell you how big your dick is while you're jerking off, I'm sure there's a service for that. I mean, it's 2020, you know? There's 1,000,000,001 ways that you can get off in this country nowadays. And it's these people that, like, you know, they don't get it, and then they flip out, and you go like, how dare you not fucking get down on your knees and blow me? Don't you see I'm fucking 4 foot, 8 foot tall? I'm the #1 wrestling fan in the world. I deserve a fucking blowy. I deserve it. And he calls her a broke-ass cunt. Hope you get your face smashed in. All right? I don't hit women, but rest assured, you'll get what's coming to you. Life will take care of a cunt like you and your kids. Have a good day. I mean, it goes on and on. You know? And this one was crazy. How one chick blocked him, and she goes, he goes, did I offend you? It said you deleted me as a friend. And she's like, nothing on Facebook tells you when somebody unfriends you. And he's like, oh, actually it did. There are apps, but okay, do you understand how much of a psychopath you have to be to download an app that tells you every time someone unfriends you, so then you can then contact that person and be like, why did you unfriend me? That's fucking insane behavior, guys. Insane. Yeah, why can't he just get a hooker? I mean, there are plenty of Craigslist hookers out there, right? I mean, there's plenty of chicks, right? I mean, maybe he does not have the money for it. I don't get it. Pussy can be had, my friend. It's out there. Trust me. Not that I'm into that because I'm a married man, but it's out there. It's a good time to be single. Good Lord. Good Lord. What else does he say? I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. So I don't know what people are saying about that. I don't really have that much more to say about that. Just people like this. I hate to be that guy. I don't want to sound like a white knight. But it's like, I wanted to get into their minds more than anything. Like, I don't understand how somebody gets like this. You know what I mean? And this would be a good time to have a co-host so I could bounce some ideas off of. I still could use a co-host, guys. So I'm looking for people. If you're interested, contact me. Or how about this? If you know somebody that you recommend, even better. Email me, turtleboysports@gmail.com. Right? I'd love to have somebody else here on here to bounce ideas off of, etc. I love a woman more than anything. I'd prefer a woman, but I'd take a dude, you know. Anyway, let's go on to the next topic, shall we? Now that we're done with that, dude, let's talk about I want to talk about this Lawrence Plain chick. This was a wild story, wasn't it, folks? All right, let me pull this up. Let me go to the audio and put it on the built-in mic. There we go. All right. So we're going to talk about this granny panty on the plane. Diana de la Cruz from Lawrence, a teller at the Santander, how do you say it? Pronounce it? Santander Bank in Methuen. Seems perfectly normal. She has a job there as a banker. It has been confirmed. She has, lots of pictures from work there, etc. There she is, Seems to be somebody who has her crap together, apparently. But as we saw on this plane ride on JetBlue, I found out it was JetBlue because we got a lot of hits from a JetBlue pilots forum, which we can see where people are coming from. And I guess they were all talking about this. This is fucking insane, this video, guys. Have we all seen this video? This is like the devil. Look at that. Look at her eyes. Let's watch it for a moment. Look at her. So they're saying we're going to turn the plane around and you're going to be arrested. Now she's throwing shit in the air. Look at her. Watch this. Look at this. Look at this shit. Boom, hits her. That's assault right there. Oh, here we go. Diablo. God damn, guys. I mean, Pat Mahomes is having a tough week, isn't it? I mean, tell me that's not Patrick Mahomes. Good Lord. Hombre.
I'm a fucking man. Okay, you don't know
What? And then, by the way, that's an interesting twist right there that I did not see coming. You see crazy lady on a plane. You're like, maybe she's mad that service, maybe her drink didn't come fast enough. Maybe she's mad. And then all of a sudden she starts karate chopping a seat and we see she has her fucking pants down. Because, of course, she has her pants down. Why wouldn't she have her pants down? And look at her, the granny pants, telling her to suck my cho-cha. Oh, good God. Look at this thing. Like wearing granny panties too? What the? Hombre! Mama huevo. I'm fucking Dominican. Whoa, okay. This plane's in the air. You can see the plane on the map right there. It's like over Virginia when this happens. It's going south, too. Means it left Massachusetts. I think we all know where this plane is going, don't we, folks? Anyway, yeah, so this is why, I mean, these people just get up like, I gotta take a shit, I mean, wild video. We don't know if she was arrested. Obviously, something like this happens, they should be obviously arrested. I mean, I would hope she was arrested when she get to the bottom. If you do something like that, you need to be. Folks, like Donald Trump said, they're not sending us their best. I mean, when you see this video, what other conclusion can you reach? Good Lord. So, I'd love to find out what happened after this. I don't know if Santander Bank still employs her. But I think this might be one of those times when mental illness seems to be in the picture. Definitely seems to be in the picture. Let me show you another video from earlier this week. There's a lot of videos this week. No major stories or anything. Just a lot of quick little hitters here. Next, I'll show you the guys the Not Off Nadine video. There they are. Look at that. Good Lord. So, both of the people in this video have deactivated their Facebook pages, which means they're guilty. And a guy comes out and he posts this on his Facebook page. He says, a lot of Worcester on Turtle Boy this week. A lot of Worcester. It's old school. So, it says, just another overdose in Worcester. And he posts the video of it right here. Let's see what happens.
Yo, what's up, man? You guys all right? Are you all right?
Come on.
Are you all right?
Are you all right?
You guys look like you're overdosing. Are you overdosing? Hey, wake up. Wake up.
Come on.
What do you mean, come on? You fucking knocked the fuck out. Get the fuck up.
Yeah, I agree with Mrs. G.I. Turtle in the comments. I'm like, the guy who filmed it's obviously a cocksucker, too. Like, if you're gonna... I can understand if you want to open the door, make sure they're alive, and more than anything, make sure they can't drive out of there. That's okay. But what was the purpose of filming that if you were just gonna be like, fucking junkies and shove the door and walk away? What good did you do? Like what? You brought awareness to the fact that people do drugs? Like we all know that. What did you do about this? Like how did you help fix this problem? You didn't. You just went on there and you shamed some junkies, which is, pretty not exactly hard to do. There's no purpose to it. But then one of the junkies shows up and comes on. Her name is Elizabeth Gleason. Just so you guys know, this fag EC Alb posted a video of me sleeping in my car. I pulled over because I was tired from studying all night. My keys were not in my ignition, and I did the right thing. If you're tired, the police tell you to pull over and take a nap. That's what I did. Also, he opened my door, which is totally illegal. Take a look at my grade. I stayed up studying all night. I swear to God, I may have had issues before with pain pills, but that was 7 years ago. I never touched heroin or crack, so I just think it's funny that he went to all that trouble, but never called the police. He's a liar. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. I mean, she was up, guys. She's in the National Honor Society. Like, she's like no slouch. She's up all night studying. Had a late night. Too tired to drive home. Mind you, there's a passenger. Oh, thank you very much, Patty, for the. That was we call that the Unky Junky voice. Unky Junky. It's like, so she tells a police officer, "Hey, I'm really tired. What should I do? I'm too tired to drive." And the police officer who's in charge of public safety tells her, "You know what? I see that gas station over there. I want you to pull up to a pump, keep the engine running, and just sit there and pass out. And the guy next to you, he can fucking pass out too." Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, it's like, yeah, sure thing, lady. Look at her. Good Lord. Like that. I was just passing out. It wakes her up. What? This whole thing where the neck just snaps like that, that's like not, like a normal falling asleep is gradual. It's like, that's normal, right? Hers is just like she wakes up, huh? Like when your neck snaps like that, you're fucked up, lady. You are fucked up. And the guy next to you ain't doing too much better himself, right? Good fucking Lord. Oh, I felt bad for them at first. This guy's shaming him. And then I see her commenting, and she's like, "And actually, my girl got arrested to opening someone's door because it's a breach of privacy per the police." You're gonna, like, just the dude trying to save her life, which you should have been trying to do. And he's like, "You can't do that because that's like against the law. That's like wicked illegal." Again, I asked a state trooper what I should do. I was falling asleep at the wheel. He actually instructed me to go into the gas station, park, and take a nap. And I did just that. What y'all think is none of my business. I was sleeping in the car with my keys out of the ignition because I stayed up all night for a test. I asked, she just goes on and on. I did what the police told me to do, and I got 100 on my exam. So, do you think I care what this fag says about me? This kid is making himself look stupid. I work to go to school full time and work. How many dope fiends do you know that can maintain my lifestyle? None, because I don't drink or do drugs. Stupid. I'm the one laughing. She got the last laugh, guys. She got life by the balls. She's a hard-working lady. It's not easy juggling a life of, owning a car, I guess, and going to class and getting hundreds on exams and all this fun shit. And she could prove that she's legit because here's my grade from my exam. My first assignment at school, I had to write a bio about myself. I was so truthful and real about where this life has taken me with its ups and downs. To thy own self be true. So her test was her just writing a testimonial about her life as a junkie. And she got 100 on that. You know why she got 100 on it? Because she goes to fucking Quinsig. Do you understand, guys, that like literally anyone can go to take classes at Quinsig Community College? Like the dumbest kids in my high school were able to get into Quinsig. Quinsig does not turn anyone down. Anyone can sign up. I feel like this chick, guarantee she will not finish the semester. Guarantee. First of all, she's got crotch fruits, of course, who she doesn't, take care of because the state took her from her because she's got Google trophies galore, And I love the people that like post like, "Oh, I got my back to school pens and notebook and a computer," and I'm like really serious about it this time, guys. I'm like totally turning my life around. Like you don't even understand. Those days of OCs and perks and, using and sucking dick for Diego's new product, like, you don't even understand. I'm so over those days, guys. Like, you don't even know, okay? God, good Lord. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that one. Oh, of course, she has a fucking kid named Jaden, too. Oh, don't even get me started, guys. Why? Why does everything have to rhyme with my name? Why do every ratchet... Aiden is a real name. It's actually one of the most popular names for boys now. It's the only one with that name growing up. But it's a biblical name. It exists. It is what it is. Goes back centuries. It's a real fucking name. Well, ratchets love... There's nothing a ratchet likes more than making up their own name. It's like one of the famous ratchet pastimes is just making up fucking names for crotch roots, right? And the latest trendy thing to do is anything that rhymes with Aiden, except add a little twist to it, like add a Y, like Jaden, Caden, Ninja Gaiden, Raiden, Braden, Get Laden, everything. I've seen it all. It just Ratchet 101 stuff right there. And Ratchet 102, of course, would be the flat brim Chicago Bulls hat, which the junkie next to her, who has a long and documented criminal history, also has on display. So, anyway, why don't we do a little thing called Ask Turtle Boy to end the show? If you guys have any questions or anything, let me have it now. I will gladly answer any of your questions. "22 state troopers are supposedly getting fired." That's what I've heard. I mean, that's what this new colonel seems to be about. We will see if that ends up happening. Other questions. Let me have them. The only thing worse than Jaden is Eric with an A. Absolutely. All right, if you guys don't have any questions, we'll call it a night. Give you guys one more chance to ask questions. Who's going to win tomorrow? The 49ers are going to win tomorrow 31-13. 31-13 Niners. Super Bowl MVP, Jimmy G. Jimmy G. Have you ever stayed up all night for an autobiography? No, I have not. I can't say that I have. Yeah, go to Reddit, like Laura says. Get on the Reddit page if you haven't. Thank you, Meredith. I appreciate that. I got no freestyle tonight. I didn't have time. Sorry. Any Kylie Kirkpatrick updates? Not yet. Rumor is something's coming soon. So stay tuned for that. You want Jimmy G so bad so you can reference the Pats. I want Jimmy G so bad because he's like Trump. Like he is the only guy standing in the way of Pat Mahomes' girlfriend being happy. I want her to lose. Like, you know how you rooted for Trump because you wanted his enemies to be sad? That's what I want. That's the reason. That's the main reason I want Jimmy G. Is because I want Pat Mahomes' stupid girlfriend to cry herself to sleep. And I want Pat Mahomes to come home so angry. And then she gets lippy with him. And he dumps her. That's my goal in life. Thank you, Ida. All right. Any other questions? If not, we'll call it a night, and we will see you guys all on Tuesday for the next one, for the next episode. All right? Peace, Turtleritis.